Yeah, I'm in favor of execution. Maybe our entire team needs to be executed after tonight.
Both of these fighters have dealt with custody battles involving their children.
I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith. As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Tanner Wilkinson podcast. I'm your host, of course, Tanner Wilkinson. Today, I am joined by two, I would say special guests, but they're here every week. So how special can they get? But we got Max Stottle. Max, say what up.
Hey, how we doing? It's game week. It's game week, TWP. It's game week. Go Ducks. Go Ducks.
Big energy out of Stott today. I like it. We also got Tim Gatman. Tim, say what up.
What up? How you guys doing?
Before we get into our big football, how about that new intro we got? Pretty electric intro of all of our favorite sound bites.
That was electricity.
I was thinking about that today. I was like, how can I make the intro something better than what it is? I had to add in the John Anik line because Tim and I love that so much. There were so many good lines that I was thinking about. Obviously, the Chip Kelly one was just one we had to put in because of the episode. And we had the Castellanos line, which is just it's just a
classic. The Castellanos line is just all timer.
It's an American staple at this point.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look for like some Joe Buck or something. Our next one or something.
I think we'll probably change it every episode. I'll try and find a different funny one. But
yeah,
that's
keep the audience on their toes from when they press play.
Oh yeah, give them something to look forward to right at the beginning. That's how you drag them in. Let's start with the big noon college football game. Stod, what do we got?
We got 12th ranked Oregon visiting third ranked Ohio State. Ohio State minus 14.5. Over under is Over under is 63.5, and Ducks are plus 475 money line. And I will be putting some money on that. On the money line.
I think just because you will be in my vicinity, I am contractually obligated to sprinkle the money line. Just in case Oregon wins.
A little sprinkle.
Just sprinkle it. You know, it's plus 400, whatever. You don't have to put a unit on it. Just a little sprinkle of the money line, just in case something crazy happens.
Yeah.
But as our Oregon insider, what has Scoop Duck said about Kayvon Thibodeau's availability going into this week?
So he's day-to-day, but he won't be practicing this week until their walkthrough Friday in Columbus, because they're leaving for Columbus on Thursday night. So, but I mean, x-rays came back negative, and right now they're just like, it's considered like a low grade ankle sprain and everything. And I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know him personally, but if I'm assuming who Kayvon is, who I think he is, I assume it takes probably like a lot to like make him not play. I think he's going to do everything he can to be out there. So yeah, I would definitely wager on the side that he will be suited up and playing.
Yeah, the game could sway one way just based on him playing or not. Like if he's playing, your chances go up exponentially.
Exactly, because then that offense will have to game plan around that too. And I think that's another reason why Chris Wall probably isn't even gonna we're probably not gonna know until like the sideline reporter at kickoff. But I mean, I expect him to play.
It'll just be Jenny Taft letting us know what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, also Oregon would do this thing though. If he doesn't play, Oregon will still suit him up and give me false hope for like 4 quarters.
Well, it's the exact same thing that OU did with CD Lamb against Baylor 2 years ago. When they knew he was not going to play, he had a head injury and couldn't play, but they still had him dress up for warmups. He had his pads on and everything for warmups and everything.
Yeah, so I would in the off chance that happens where Cristobal or Kayvon doesn't play, that's the only scenario where I see like what it would look like. But I think he's like, I would wager like 85 to 90% sure. I think he's going to play.
I love a good bit of gamemanship, you know?
Yeah.
But Tim, you are our Big Ten expert, I would say, up north there. What are you hearing out of Columbus?
I don't know. I haven't. I'm rooting for Oregon, man. Scoot up. I don't care.
I mean,
what
that's fair,
Ohio
I guess.
State's going with.
Well,
Yeah,
I saw
don't
a
know.
stat today that said Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave when they both catch a touchdown pass in the same game, Ohio State is 6-0. So, Stod, if I would say don't let them both catch touchdown, and you have a good chance of winning.
Well, another thing, though, to toot Ohio State's horn is they are 9-0 all time against Oregon, and it's their best record when lost against any opponent. So that means two things. It's going to go to 10-0, and it is what it is, or they're due. And Oregon's due, and they're not going to let Ohio State go 10-0 all time on them. So we'll see.
I like the word due. That's definitely a better
I
way to
think we
look
have
at
to
it.
be due. We got to be due.
Definitely
Then
look at it
Ohio
that
State
way.
is daddy.
Definitely look at it like that.
We're due for one. We're due for one. The ball's going to roll our way one of these times.
I will say, Ohio State defense looked rather pedestrian out there against Minnesota. So I think anything could happen. I think where your defense is equal to their offense, your offense is also equal to their defense. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like your defense
and
is very good, much like their offense.
Yeah, and it'll help. Oregon gets back 2 starters in their secondary, suspended for undisclosed reasons for game 1, but they're back for week 2. So that'll help.
Interesting how they're back for
You're
week
not
2.
going to miss the Ohio State game.
No, thank you.
But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good game. I'm excited for it. I'll be waking up like it's Christmas morning.
Hey, I will say I will be up early as well because we have Tottenham playing at 6:30 a.m. on Saturday. So I will be.
Oh man, dude, I don't know. I might just not go to sleep Friday.
No, you're going to be up all day Saturday too.
Oh, dude, yeah. Especially if Oregon wins, bro. I'll be a freaking carcass. All right, yeah, never mind. I'll sleep from maybe give or take 2 to 5:30.
We'll call it an early night. We'll say that we'll have to prepare ourselves. Also, before we get back into more football, let's continue on the football train. Ronaldo's first game is on Saturday at 9:00, so we have that to look forward to as well.
And he's confirmed playing and everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like he's fit enough and everything. Okay, cool.
Well, he left Portugal's camp to go train with United.
After he broke that record, right?
Yeah. He's like, all right, boys, I'm out. I'll see you guys next time.
I did what I came here for.
They played some bum team too, like Azerbaijan or something like that. Like he could have scored 3 more goals yesterday too. But Stod, give me a score prediction of this Oregon-Ohio State game.
Okay. Oregon 44, Ohio State 38.
A shootout. An absolute
Wow.
shootout.
Now that's my homer talking here, but it's probably gonna be like Ohio State 34, Oregon 21 or something.
Yeah, that's what the spread says.
See, I have to have those expectations, so then anything that is better than that is already a win in my book.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's see. We got the 3:30 game on ABC. Iowa at Iowa State. Game day will be present.
Gotcha.
Iowa State comes in as a 4.5 point favorite. Over under set at 46. So defensive battle. Which I guess is probably what Iowa State's in for because they're just going to run the ball every time, pretty much. If you looked at the Northern Iowa game, Brock Purdy did not look very good, and Breece Hall kind of took a lot of the load, but also wasn't very.
And Iowa's secondary is good.
Mm-hmm.
Iowa's really good. If Iowa had a good quarterback, they'd probably be I think they'd be knocking. They have an unreal defense, I guess, if you listen to people. But
yeah, honestly, if I'm a betting man on this game, I'm probably taking Iowa money line.
I like Iowa in this game, personally.
I mean, I kind of need Iowa State to win to help the Big 12 a little bit, but Iowa looked damn good against Indiana. I'll say that, or maybe just Indiana stinks. It's just too early to tell for all these teams, honestly.
Yeah.
I'd prefer Indiana or Iowa State to win, but I could also I do like Iowa a lot. Next game we got on the docket. Who do we want to talk? Let's talk about Texas at Arkansas. Arkansas is a 7-point home dog. Over under set at 57. So I liked Arkansas before the year, and I didn't really like Texas after they named their starting QB, but Arkansas struggled a little bit against Rice before eventually covering the spread. But I don't know. I think Texas might just be too good still.
Yeah, I can see this game being like pretty good going into like maybe like halfway through the third or something, but then I could see Texas like just kind of starting to pull away.
Yeah. I mean, isn't Barry Odom their DC? Do you guys know about that? Yeah. It would be, I do like Barry Odom just because all Mizzou fans hate him, which is kind of just funny. So Arkansas plus the points. Take the points, I think.
I think their coach has done a decent job at kind of getting Arkansas a little bit, but I don't know. They're just they were terrible for a while, and it's hard to get out of being terrible.
It is hard to kind of crawl out of that pit,
especially in the SEC
football, when you got to recruit.
Yeah. You get like you can't. Yeah, it's tough.
There's not really many premier games this week, so we're
talking about Mizzou, Kentucky too.
Ooh, we can do that. I was going to go on to UW versus Michigan first.
Yeah, we'll do that first. We'll do Mizzou last.
Washington at Michigan. That is the 7:00 game on ABC. Wow,
that's so gross, dude.
That is just. It's a bad week of college football when that is the ESPN or the ABC game.
That should. That should be Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon.
Well, yeah, it's dumb how
it Ohio State, Oregon that game should be a night game,
11:00. But Michigan comes in as a 6.5-point favorite. Over under, I have it at 49. I don't know, Stod. What Washington lost to a FCS team, and Michigan's Michigan. So this is just gross in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, Washington's loss last week makes this like utterly confusing. I don't really know what to expect now from this, but I think you take Michigan, and I think you take the points, and I think you take the under. Because I'm sorry, but Washington's offense looks absolutely terrible against an FCS school. And like, if your quarterback's throwing 3 picks against an FCS school, I don't really want to know what he's capable of doing against a Big Ten school. Mm-hmm. Albeit it's Michigan, but it's still a Big Ten school. And I mean, Michigan, they didn't play. Who'd they play? Didn't they play like Western Michigan? I mean, whatever. They're bums. But Michigan's offense looked pretty good. I just don't know how much that Ronnie Bell injury is going to affect them. But I really don't think this is going to be that close of a game.
Yeah. I don't know how to judge Washington. That's the thing. Like,
yeah. The Jimmy Lake era could be under 0-2 after this weekend's games.
They could, yeah.
Also, their starting receiver that led the team in, I want to say, receiving yards last week. Let me check real quick. He was okay. No, he didn't lead the team in receiving yards, but he had like 3 or 4 catches. He's out for the year for UW. So they also lost a receiver too. So it's kind of like, I mean, obviously Ronnie Bell is better and it's more important, but still both teams are going to be down a receiver.
Yep. Tim, what do you think about this?
Yeah, like you were saying, Washington's kind of hard to judge, but do you think if Michigan loses, do you think the seat gets warmer for Harbaugh?
Oh, it would 100% get warmer.
You think so? Yeah.
You can't lose. Yeah. You can't lose to a team that lost to an FCS at home.
Yeah.
You would lose to them at home in prime time on ABC.
Yeah, that's kind of it's a must win kind of.
And if UW loses like bad again, and like their quarterback Dylan Morris plays terrible, I can guarantee you from people I've heard, will not name names, that the seat might be getting warm for Dylan Morris, and they might be looking at 5-star true freshman Sam Heward, son of Brock Heward, UW family prodigy.
Ooh,
potentially.
I like that. I like this breaking news. Breaking news.
But I'm just a messenger here. I don't know how accurate this news could be.
Unnamed sources. Unnamed
I don't
sources.
know any. I don't have any ties to the program.
You have to say, like, you have to give them a week. What week will the new QB come in so we can get the soundbite?
Well, if this is okay, I'm going off the assumption he'll be playing the week after Michigan, so week 3.
With a loss, he'll be playing week 3. That's your rumor that you're hearing.
If they fall to 0-2 and Dylan Morris, doesn't look like the passing game is gelling at all again, and he's throwing multiple picks, and it's like not a game, and they're not staying in it. I could see Sam Heward coming in during the game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Inside source, Max Stottle. I mean, this is why you're our Pac-12 expert. This is why you have the Pac-12.
I mean, yeah, I just don't look at it. Like, I just don't look how UW can look at the situation and say in the off chance they're down 21-3 or 28-10 at half or something, and Dylan Morris is sub 50 completion percentage, a couple picks, maybe a touchdown, but a couple picks. I don't know how you can look at it and be like, dude, this ain't working. Let's just ride with Sam Heward. He's the true freshman talent. We recruit him for a reason.
Get the Ferrari out of the garage.
Exactly. But we'll see. Who knows? UW could just go in and win. That's something they would do. So.
Yeah, and it's also something Michigan would do, which is the storyline.
It's the movable force meets the object or whatever.
Unstoppable force and movable object.
Yeah,
that. Let's get our homer basis out of the way. Let's talk a little Mizzou football before we go over to the NFL. Mizzou goes to Lexington this weekend. Kentucky is a 5-point favorite. Over under set at 56. For Mizzou to go 10-2, 9-3, we need a big win out of Mizzou. That's all I'll say. To play into the Southern accent Tanner storyline, we need a win here. But
I honestly can't remember the last time they have won in Lexington, though. I feel like every single time I've seen them in Lexington, they lose.
Yeah. Kentucky won by 35 last week. They were playing a ULM, which I guess is University of Louisiana Monroe, I think. And they put up 554 total yards and held the other team to 87 total yards. So it's kind of one. I think Kentucky probably wins at home. It's tough, especially in the SEC. It's tough to go on the road and win. So
yeah, I was looking at the box score and that QB1 from Netflix didn't play. What a bum.
Well, yeah, he sucks. He's the only. I don't know if he's bad playing football. I just don't. He's him as a person. Rubs me the wrong way. Just grinds my gears,
Yeah.
What's his name? Nick Scalzo?
Nick Scalzo. Yeah.
I know. I'm coming. He's my Quinn Ewers. He is, but he's not any good. So I guess it doesn't matter.
I mean, so far your argument's working very well.
Yeah.
Did you see that stuff?
Oh, that Quinn Ewers is got $1 million NIL deal or something?
Yeah.
So dumb, dude. I hope he's a bum. Whatever. Don't even get me started on that tangent.
Not talk about that. Sty, what do you think? Mizzou or Kentucky? Who you got?
They got to win in Lexington eventually. I'm going with Mizzou. Come on, we need the season. We need the 10-2, the 9-3.
I'll say it, Mizzou.
I mean, you would think this Mizzou team's a playoff team if you knew anyone in Columbia. So let's see if Mizzou's got that real rah-rah or that fake rah-rah.
That Mizzou-rah, am I right?
Yeah, let's see if that Mizzou rah-rah exists.
Tim, what do you got?
I'll go with Mizzou too.
The official podcast of Missouri football, the Tanner Wilkinson podcast. Let's jump into professional sports. We got NFL back. Huge weekend. But before that, Thursday night, we have Dallas at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay are 8-point favorites. The over-under set at 52. Dak will be playing, I would presume. There's no way he's not, right?
He's playing.
Yeah. This does scare me because it is Super Bowl champs playing their first game at home.
Yeah.
It's going to be bumping, probably. But I do like how cool the Cowboys are. They're a very cool team. They have CeeDee Lamb, a baby boy. So I will take the Cowboys plus the points, but I don't know. I think the Bucs win this game. Sty, what do you think?
Yeah, I also would take the Cowboys plus the points. I see a scenario here where like I can see the Bucs laying an egg here, like week 1. I could see that happening, but then again, also Zach Martin being out for the Cowboys. I mean, that line's already kind of fragile, and that Bucs D line might just feast all day.
Yes, sir.
And if they can't protect Dak, I mean, it won't matter. Even if the Bucs offense plays bad, it just won't matter. So I think the Bucs win, but I do like the Cowboys with the points. But I also wouldn't be surprised if that they just kind of have first home game since champions jitters and they lay an egg and the Cowboys win with a game-winning field goal or something.
Tim, what do you got?
I think the Bucs, like you were kind of talking about, I think their O line may not be the best, and the D line of the Bucs is a monster. Also, I have the Bucs D in fantasy, so I want them to win for that reason. But yeah, I think Tom Brady. I don't think Tom Brady is going to come out and have a bad especially since they're going to be presenting the Super Bowl, I'm sure, and doing a bunch of stuff with that. I don't think he's going to come out and lay an egg, but who knows?
Let's move over to Sunday at noon on Fox. We have Seattle going to Indianapolis. The Seahawks are 2.5-point favorites on the road. Over under set at 50. Stod, this is your team. What are you hearing out of Seattle?
Is let Russ cook again season, as it always is. So I see them letting Russ just throw the damn ball all game, probably, and just make some magic with his feet. And Carson Wentz is going to be playing, I'm pretty sure, for the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know for sure if Quentin Nelson is back. I don't know why I can't find any news on that, but I don't know if he will be back. But I do have DeForest Buckner possibly wreaking havoc against the Seahawks' poverty O-line. It was very important that we just ended our contract negotiation holdout with Dwayne Brown, 35-year-old anchor of the line, left tackle, our best offensive lineman. Great age to have him at. So it's great to have him back suiting up.
A little long.
But I do like the Seahawks. I'm biased, of course. I'm biased, but I like the Seahawks to cover. I actually like the under in this game, though.
Okay. Yeah.
I just see Carson Wentz having a few plays down that stretch of the game where you're just oh, damn it, there's Carson Wentz. He throws into double coverage and someone picks him off.
Yeah, Carson Wentz doing Carson Wentz things. I could definitely see that happening.
What do you have?
I don't know. Just I like underdogs at home. I like home dogs, but I think Seattle's just better than Indianapolis, and Indianapolis is kind of banged up, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just take the points. They'll win by more than 2. Tim, what do you think?
I think the Seahawks will win. I think the Colts are a little banged up right now. Carson Wentz is just getting back into it, so I think it'll.
I mean, yeah, we've seen the memes. Seahawks the first 6 weeks of the year, the best team ever.
Yeah,
and they suck. So
Russ will just come out and do his thing, and they'll win.
Yeah, I could 100% see that. Let's go to Cincinnati, where we have the Minnesota Vikings taking off the Cincinnati Bengals. Once again, the Bengals are home dogs at +3, over under set at 47.5. Tim, what's the word up north?
To me, this screams like Kirk Cousins goes off and has a noon game that no one's going to be watching, no pressure. This screams just Kirk Cousins against a bad team. This just screams Kirk Cousins just goes off. I don't know. The Vikings defense is pretty bad. So probably a decent, but they do have a decent pass rush with Neil Hunter. And so the Bengals offensive line, they might be able to get after him from there. And Joe Burrow hasn't looked especially great, I guess, during training camp with his knee, which isn't good for him. But
And
for this game,
Jamar Chase drops the ball.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase does love to drop the ball for some reason.
So I'm going to go with the Vikings, but I'm also a Vikings fan. So that's a fairly biased prediction.
I would probably just take Vikings money line and probably put it in a parlay. Don't even mess with the points. But yeah, I could see Daniel Hunter maybe having like 5 sacks. Like that O line is terrible, and Joe Burrow can't move really. So that's what I got. Sty, what do you got?
I would also take the Vikings. I think it's going to be the Justin Jefferson show. I think it's going to be like, hey, Jamar Chase, you missed me at LSU? Sorry. This is what I've been doing for the past year in the NFL. And I think I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win pretty easily.
Dalvin Cook will probably have a good game too.
Yeah.
Let's jump to the primetime game on CBS, 3:25. It is Cleveland at Kansas City. The Chiefs are 6.5-point favorites. The over-under set at 54.5. As the Cleveland Browns are my team, I will say it's going to be tough to go on the road to not Arrowhead Stadium anymore and seek out a win. I mean, last year we tried to do it in the playoffs, and Chad Henne ended up beating us. So I don't think we cover. I don't think we win, but I will definitely be excited if we win. I think this might just be my way of coping with losing week 1, is that I'm just like, you know what? We're going to lose anyway. I might like whatever. But if we win, I'm going to be super happy, like way happier than I would be if I thought we were going to win. So that this is my coping mechanism. So I have the Chiefs minus 6.5. Sty, what do you got?
I have the Browns plus 6.5, actually. I see this game being like, I think it's going to live up to the hype, early season hype. And I think the Chiefs are going to win. And I'm calling my shot now on a game-winning field goal by Buck himself.
Butt kicker.
Yeah, but also I am looking at the injury report. And I didn't know the Honey Badger's out. That kind of makes things interesting.
Baker Mayfield throwing it all over the yard.
And OBJ's back. I mean, I don't know. Browns could have a day in the secondary on the passing game.
I want OBJ to be good. I want OBJ to be so good, so bad.
I think it's going to be a great game, though.
Yeah, I'm excited. It'll be fun for sure. Tim, what do you see?
I like the Browns to cover at that 6.5. I think they'll be able to run the ball well. Kevin Stefanski, right? Yeah, he's a big run the ball, and they've Chubb, so I think they'll definitely be able to establish the run pretty well. And then like Honey Badger's out, so that'll set up the play action really well, and we could see some classic play action. Just
Baker roll out, throw 50 yards to OBJ.
Yeah, and the Chiefs will do what they do and score a bunch probably. And
yeah, there's
Mahomes
no really. You're not
yeah.
stopping the Chiefs. You're only hoping to contain them at this point.
Yeah. So I think they'll probably end up winning, but like I wouldn't shock me if Stott's prediction comes true. But I think it could definitely be a crazy, entertaining game, and people will say it'll be the game of the year in the first week and everything like that.
The old Nance and Romo on the call. It could be, that game-winning drive. You never know.
I will say this is another Kareem Hunt revenge game. So we have that going for us.
Back Kareem Hunt revenge games.
He can't stop getting revenge. That's all I'm going to say. Let's see. What were we going to talk about? Oh, we got Packers and the Saints at 3:25 on Fox, which is another good game. Saints come in at 4.5-point underdogs at home, over under set at 50. I think the Packers are going to be really good this year, mostly because it's the last dance. So all the boys are coming back for one more year, and this is it. This is the one where they got to go off. And I don't know if I love Jameis, but I don't know if I trust Jameis. I love him as a meme. I love him. He's awesome because he throws 30 picks, 30 TDs, but I don't know if I trust him to cover the 4.5.
Is Slant Boy back?
No. He's out till at least past their bye, apparently.
He's always out. He was out for like all of last year too.
His ankles hurt from all those slants. That change of direction is too fast.
Star, what do you got in this?
I mean, as you kind of hit it on the head, man. I think the Packers are going to win, but I as much as I want to root for Jameis, and I want to root for them to win. I think that would be way cooler.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know heart's to heart, the Packers are going to win, but I would love to see Jameis win that game and just some memes be created out of that.
Tim, what do you got?
I think the Packers are going to be really good, like you were saying, but it'll be fun to watch Jameis. I think Sean Payton's offense has shown an ability to kind of adapt. Like they were really good with Teddy Bridgewater when he was playing for Drew Brees. So they've shown an ability to kind of adapt to quarterbacks. So that'll be interesting to see with Jameis. And who knows? I mean, he had LASIK, so he can see now. So who knows? He might just
see
go
the
off.
team. You guys got any picks that stand out to you on this week's card? I'm just looking through it right now. I do like the Washington football team at home against your Chargers, Stod, +1. I think they win that game. Like their defense is really good. And it's Herbie going east for a noon game. That doesn't bode well for West Coast teams usually.
Yeah, Chase Young too. Yeah, apparently Brian Beluga, like the dude who would be facing Chase Young, has like a hip flexor out of nowhere, I guess. He didn't even play this preseason. So everyone's like, how is he injured? But he has a hip flexor. And apparently if he's out, some dude named Storm Norton would play for him. And he like had the worst PFF grade of all eligible pass protectors last year. So look out for that.
So
You might
Chase
be
Young
in for a
5
rough
sacks
day
as well.
for Herbie.
That's funny. That is funny. I like the Eagles at Falcons +3.
I like the Panthers
That's a sucker's
home
bet,
to the
but I like
Jets. I think the Panthers cover.
the 5.5.
Yeah.
I mean, are we going to talk about? I would say, are we going to talk about the stink bowl of Jacksonville at Houston? Like
Trevor Lawrence might
good to
break
see
like
Trevor
all
Lawrence.
rookie debut records.
You think so?
He might, or they might just run it down their throat with J-Rob, the boy.
You would like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
We have a big. Hey, let's end it on this. We got a big fantasy matchup this week. Who you guys facing? I got Pivo this week in week 1.
I've got Dromes, the legendary Dromes.
Ooh, Dromes.
Apparently there's a lot of background beef from Dromes, but I don't know what that's all about, dude. You can text me if you need to, Drew.
Yeah, we know you're listening out there.
I'm playing Toddy.
Oh, Toddy seems good.
Yeah, Toddy's team is good.
Yeah, my team's ranked last in the league, but whatever. That's why they're preseason projections, so whatever. Don't care.
You guys want to shout out your marquee players before we go into this week, before our outro?
Sure. I'm just rocking my marquee players and my 3-headed beast at running back, and it's Eckler. You want to hit this? Najee Harris, Anthony Gibson, and then, of course, Justin Herbert at the helm. That's my team. That's who I rock with.
I don't think his name's Anthony Gibson. Is he the running back for –
Oh, Antonio. Sorry.
I'm going to shout out – let's see. Shouting out Lamar on Monday night. We need something big out of you, baby. CMC, back-to-back years with CMC now. So CMC, if just watch it. That's all I'll say. If we don't produce this year, just watch it. And I'll go with Stod's boy, DK Metcalf. Big week out of DK this week.
Okay.
Tim, anyone from you?
I mean, I got for fantasy. I need Nick Chubb to have a good game for fantasy.
Oh, we'll run that rock. Trust me, we got you.
Tyreek having a good game would also be good. Need high scoring, just bombs, and then Josh Allen has to play well.
Let's go, Allen.
He's the glue for the team. But yeah, it would be nice if George Kittle could have a good game. So
those are always nice.
Yes, Michael Thomas, just keep that spot on my bench warm for a few more weeks, and then we'll insert you back into the lineup, and we'll be good to go.
Slant boy, baby. 10 receptions, 14 yards. On that note, let's see. We got all of our social medias in the description below. Follow that. Follow the Instagram page. Follow the YouTube. Want to thank you all for listening. We'll be back on Saturday. We'll record our hot seat with Stod, and that'll probably be out Sunday or Monday night. We'll see you then. Peace, guys.